Welcome back, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. Naranda Brown here, your host, and today we'll be switching it up a little bit, not too far off, but still keeping it tied into track and field, obviously, because it is the season. We spoke about the Reggae Boys yesterday and the humiliation they faced over there in Spain. Now we're going to get back to some track and field story, and I have two topics that I'll be discussing. I'll be doing one in this video, and then the next one will follow closely in a follow-up video. So turn the notification on, ensure that you don't miss out on that video as well. Okay guys, first and foremost, before we get into what we have to discuss today, let me say thank you to all the loyal subscribers and the viewers. Please remember, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so as yet. We appreciate all the comment and the feedback that you guys have been leaving in the comment section as well. So please don't forget, if you watch the video, if you have anything whatsoever, if you oppose what I said in the video, or if you have something that you want to add to it, we welcome it, and I'm always open to hearing what my subscribers and my viewers have to say in that regard. All right, so guys, please leave your feedback in the comment section. We welcome every word of it, really. We want to hear what you guys have to say. My sponsors, Quicklink Shipping, RS Sports Store, CSA Shop, been with us since day one, and they continue to support us through and through. All right, so let's get to it. Now, The Guardian published a story earlier on this week. I think it was on Tuesday, and I have the story in front of me because a number of different news outlets, they ran with the story as well. I think it was published in the Jamaica Gleaner and the Jamaica Observer, but The Guardian, they have the story. They published the story on Tuesday, and I'm going to work with The Guardian's story here. I'll read the article, and then I'll allow you guys to share your feedback. Let me know what you think in the comment section, obviously. And we know The Guardian is a reputable news source. A few other news outlets that brought the story there, they have been a little bit iffy or questionable of late. So I decided, hey, I'm going to work with The Guardian. Nothing's wrong with the other news outlets, just my decision to work with The Guardian this time around. All right, so Caster Semenya has told HBO that she offered to show her private area to athletics officials when she was 18 to prove she was a female. The double Olympic champion, who is now 31, burst onto the scene in 2009 when she won the women's 800-meter world title by a stunning margin. Hours after the sports world governing body said she would undergo gender verification tests. All right, this is Caster Semenya speaking now. They thought I had a penis, probably. Oh God, I told them it's fine, I'm a female, I don't care. If you want to see I'm a woman, I will show you my vagina. All right. All right, gender tests on Semenya reportedly showed the runner had no womb or ovaries, but that she had internal testes, the male sex organs which produce testosterone, and her levels of hormone were 3 times that usually expected in female. Semenya has a condition known as hyperandrogenism, which is characterized by higher level than usual of testosterone, a hormone that increases muscle mass, strength, and the body's ability to use oxygen. This is Caster Semenya speaking again. It made me sick, made me gain weight. This is based on medication that they gave her. All right, so she took medication after first running in 2011. Medication, this was I guess suggested by World Athletics International Association, that all female athletes with this particular condition had to medically lower their testosterone level, and we'll get back to Semenya's statement. It made me sick, made me gain weight, panic attacks. I don't know if I was ever going to have a heart attack. All right, it's like stabbing yourself with a knife every day, but I had no choice. I'm 18, I want to run, I want to make it to the Olympics. That's the only option for me. All right, whoa. All right, so World Athletics lawyer Jonathan Taylor, who also appeared on the HBO show, disagreed with medical panels, including the World Medical Association, that condemned the sports governing body for requiring women with differences in sex development to take drugs to compete. You say medically it's not healthy for me, then my question back to you is, why do world's leading experts say that it is what we would prescribe? Said they. All right, so Semenya, Jonathan must cut his tongue and throw it away. if he wants to understand how thing has tortured me, he must go and take those medication. He will understand. So, all right. Long and short of the story, she was forced to take these medications if she wanted to compete. And obviously, being 18 years old, coming up, this is your way out. Especially if you grew up in a family where you're not as fortunate as others. You have a talent. This is the talent that generally takes persons out of poverty. And we've seen it do so much for a number of athletes who they're from humble beginnings and they have a talent, whether it's football, whether it's cricket, whether it's track and field. As is the case now with Caster Semenya, it was athletics. I remember vividly when she broke onto the scene, and there were a number of questions about her sexuality. And I think it's a slippery slope, because whenever you speak about sexuality and gender, then it becomes political very, very quick, because we live in a society where you are who you feel. So you can wake up today and feel, okay, I am a female, and then tomorrow you wake up and you feel you're a male. Society allows that. We don't have any problem. But when it comes down to competing, they want to ensure that no advantage is gained. So if you're taking hormone enhancement, then an advantage is gained. And if you have these hormones naturally, then the World Athletics Organization will also say an advantage is gained over your fellow competitors. Now we're in 2022, and one Christine Mboma and Beatrice Masilingi, well, two, they have a similar situation here. Probably not as extreme, but they have elevated levels of testosterone. We're waiting to see how the World Athletics Organization will be treating these situations as well, because the Caster Semenya case, it was an embarrassment. That was the benchmark. That's what we were working with. That's what we've been paying attention to, and I'm pretty sure the entire world has been paying attention to it because of the hypocrisy of the organization in and of itself. Caster Semenya, I feel for her, because there's no gray area, and I think that's the challenging part that we face. It's not either you're competing on the male side or the female side or somewhere in the middle. There is nowhere in the middle. So for Caster Semenya and probably Beatrice Masilingi or even Christine Mboma, chances are they won't get to compete to the fullness of their potential. They won't get to go all the way, because sooner or later, and remember, Christine Mboma, she clocked a massive time in the 2021 Olympics, second to Elaine Thompson-Herah. Elaine Thompson-Herah is the fastest woman in the world. And Christine Mboma, doing this at 18, it raised a number of eyebrows. Now, coming into the Olympics, they did a number of tests on her. They prevented her from running the 400 meters, stuff like that. They cut it down to 200 meters. She took part. 100 and 200 is what she's focusing on now. And based on the times that she's been recording, I say to you now, we're going to see the Athletics Association step in, and they will want to take the similar route that they took with Caster Semenya. And Caster coming out and basically saying, okay, I offered to show them, to prove that I'm a female, or that I'm a female. It's heart-wrenching, because as an 18-year-old, I trust that was an extremely traumatizing encounter, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. I feel for her. I know she's been through a lot. She continues to suffer through all of this, and her dream was snatched away from her, and yet the World Organization, they still haven't found a resolve to all of this. They haven't come up with a solution to say, okay, this is how we're going to address situations, similar situations in the future. They haven't made any strides into actually combating instances like Caster Semenya's. So as we sit on and we wait and we watch, I just wanted to share that story with you, because it has been bothering me all week, and considering the urgency or the level of attention that they've given, they basically thrown her out. They've treated her so bad, and for Caster, it's very sad, because we may never see her compete to the maximum. Some may say, but you can't have her competing because she's a man, or you can't have her competing against females because she has elevated levels of testosterone. Then what does that then mean? Does that then mean she shouldn't compete any at all in tracks? Because we don't have a middle ground. There's not a gray area. So it's either you're going to have her compete on the male side, which she can't compete on the male side based on what she said. You want me to show you she has a vagina. She can't compete on the male side, and she can't compete on the female side. So we're going to set guidelines then that we can't fully adhere to, because biology and science, it's never black and white when it comes to biology and science. All right, and I hope and trust the World Athletics Organization to realize sooner rather than later. But again, that's my take. I want to hear what you, the viewers, have to say. Please share your feedback, your comments as well on this Caster Semenya situation, where she basically offered them, do you want to see? Do you want to see? Do you want me to show you? That was the question she asked. And sad, at 18 years old, offering to reveal, to prove, so you can compete or so you can take part in the sport you love. It's extremely sad, and I hope the World Athletics Organization, they learn from this experience and they don't repeat it with any other young lady or young man in the future. All right, so again, remember, like, share, subscribe. Until next time, peace out, folks. Have a fantastic rest of your week.